Hi, my name is Katrina Napier. I work with the Connect with Success program, so I'm one of the administrative secretaries. Here with me today is Edgar, and he's one of our students that's actually a part of the program. Would you like to tell a little bit about yourself, Edgar?
Yeah, I've been in Mason Community College for about a year, and I became part of Connect for Success this semester, and it's been a great program. I feel like I've connected more with staff. I feel more connected in school, and yeah, it's been great. It's been treating me good.
How would a former supervisor or professor describe you at your work?
At work, they'll probably describe me as hardworking, as fast learner, and definitely something that I try to do. I try to learn things as fast because in this day and age, like I'm pretty sure we can all learn anything because everything is online. But what separates us is how fast we can do it or how fast we can learn something. So they'll definitely describe me as that. It's very talkative. I tend to do a lot of talking with pretty much everybody. Like I'm a very talkative person, and maybe as a leader, not maybe as a leader, because I always take the initiative when there's something going on. I treat my job very seriously. Like even if it's as my people say insignificant or not the job, I still think that every job has opportunity. Like you got to start from somewhere. So I treat all my previous jobs as if my life depends on them, because in actuality it does, because it's helping me through school, through food, supplies, etc. Like they'll describe me as hard worker, leader. Yeah.
What are your long-range career goals?
For my careers, I'm pursuing civil engineering, but as I go deeper into my path, into my career, I know that it's more than just learning math. It's more than just, because what I notice is that I have to be a great communicator because of what my career demands, in such of that I will be interacting with a long range of people. I'm not saying just people, but in actuality people from different backgrounds, different aspects. For example, I'll be talking to workers, I'll be talking to the suppliers, to the buyers, to the designing team, and then I have to learn how to maybe adapt myself, because I don't want to lose my workers in translation by sounding too smart, or I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing to the designers or the buyers or etc. So I have to learn, and one of the things that I learned this semester was that my career, it's almost inevitable for me not to join politics because of what I do. So I have to because of it, I have to learn a lot of leadership skills and see if what I actually do will be best for society. Because that's what we do, we innovators, we innovate cities and we improve.
What do you consider to be your greatest strengths?
I would say my communications and my ability to connect with people. Like I feel like one of the things that I always have heard as growing up is that a lot of my peers, and not only peers but also my family, I would always hear comments like, "That's not my kind of people." So I learned at a very young age that everything I want, everything I desire is other people have. So if I can learn how to connect with people, if I can learn how to get communication skills, because I know I don't have everything it takes. Like for example, for me, I need people. So for me, learning how to connect with people, it was just one of my greatest strengths. And also I know that all the rewards in my life will always be the amount proportion of my service. So I have to learn how to serve people. So like one of my greatest strengths, and it's probably also know what I want for myself. Like knowing, like founding myself. I noticed that in college, a lot of times we don't really know who we are. So one of the greatest strengths probably is that I'm learning who I am.
What do you feel is your biggest challenge that you've had while you're here, and how have you get past that?
One of the biggest challenges I had was probably my time management. I did not know how valuable time was until like a couple semesters. Like I used to spend my time doing like other activities that at the time they seemed like beneficial, but in actuality they lead nowhere. So one of the challenges was definitely that, and mathematics. I had a really hard time with mathematics, but what I did is instead of focusing that I wasn't good, I focused on what I should do So I started seeking for a lot of resources. And with Connect for Success, there was actually workshops. And I remember when my mentor, Lizette, gave me a sheet of paper that had a lot of acronyms, a lot of websites that I can use. So then I still use some of those websites till this day. For example, the Khan Academy, where it's like, I treat it as like video game, you know how we spend time on, there's a lot of gamers out there. So like the Khan Academy and resources like that are like my video games. Cause like, I have fun, but at the same time I'm learning. Like it's fascinating because you can learn anything. But a lot of the times, it's funny because we are able to learn anything, but it's not what we can learn, but it's what are we willing to learn. So definitely one of the challenges was mathematics and the fact that like I didn't know how to distribute my time, but now with the skills, by taking classes, courses, workshops, I've grown. I've learned more, and I've definitely replaced habits for other habits.
What would you tell an incoming student about how to prepare for a class?
Incoming student prepare for class. It'll be to really think about that class outside of class. Because I notice a lot of times we come to class, we learn, but the moment we leave the classroom, we don't think about it till the next day or till the day we have that class. So what I can really tell upcoming students is to become more familiar with classes, actually know what's going on, not only go for the grade, but in actuality it's the grade, but there's always more to it. Like it's like I always look for what I'm taking from the class, like little stuff like a friend or like skill that I learned. So always try to connect with the class and also go the extra mile. Also think about that class outside of the class.
And what is your greatest motivation?
My greatest motivation. It's funny. Well, I have so many mentors. I've been studying success for about 4 years, and it's my biggest motivation is to see how far I can get, how much I can learn, how much I can see. To going back to what I said about knowing myself, to see like who I can become. For example, like one of the things that I want to introduce into my major is authenticity. I want to become authentic. Like I want to become myself. It sometimes is very difficult for me to do that because of all the distractions, and it's very easy for me to think negatively. But my biggest motivation is, to become myself, to learn who I am, because one of the things that I learned is that if you know what you're good at and you don't use it, you have failed. If you use it halfway, you halfway succeeded. But if you use it maximum, you have succeeded completely. So we all have different strengths, different desires. So I feel like motivation for myself and for students, for coming students, for everybody is the best things are always in the future. The best innovations are still yet to come. The best records are still yet to be made. The best of everything lies in the future. So for students that need some motivation, just think about that. The best still lies in the future.